We just returned from 17 days in Japan. Wanted to share things that I learned. I started planning this trip 9 months before we left, with a list of places to go and see. I then looked at airlines, routes, and the fares. I settled with United. They're in the Star Alliance, can book flights with ANA, one of the top 10 airlines in the world. At the economy seat was $1,900. Premium was $3,200 and a first class seat was $9,500. At 6 months before the trip, I finalized the schedule, the when and where we were going to be each day. I committed to the flight, booked, and paid for it. I also started walking more each day. Then I started looking at hotels. I used bookings.com. They're a huge brokerage for any worldwide accommodation, from big hotel chains to the family-owned pensions. I can earn status and get discounts. I can reserve the hotel ahead of time without making a payment and cancel free a week before the stay. At 3 month point, I start booking reservations and the activities that require tickets ahead of time. The day trip to Mt.Fuji, Imperial Palace. I tried getting the Sumo Wrestling Championship tickets, but they sold out within minutes of posting. At arrival, the first thing I do is go up to an ATM and do a cash withdrawal from my checking account. The Japanese transit system of trains, monorails, and subways is excellent. You can either use an ICA card or a ticket to enter the controlled area. The ICA cards are great for local trips. You tap in to start the trip. After arriving at your destination, you tap out. The fee is based on how far and where you went. I found that local subway trips in town were anywhere between 220 and 450 yen, which is less than $3. Very reasonable. We use the bullet trains, the Shinkansens, for the long distance between cities. At the train station, ticketing machine, our green card first class ticket from Tokyo to Osaka was $95. The seats are configured with 2 seats, an aisle, and 2 seats, and there's a footrest. The basic seat reservations from Osaka to Hiroshima were $72 each way. They're configured with 3 seats, an aisle, and 2 seats, and there's no footrest, so it gives me more room to stretch out. Either cash or credit card. Some machines are specific, so check before you start your process. The DIN ticket will print out, and it will tell you your train number, the car, the row, and the seat number. Go up to the gate, insert your ticket into the machine, go through the gate. The ticket will come back out. Be sure to pick it up. You're going to need it at the end of the trip to exit. Then start looking for the reader boards above you that'll list the trains that are leaving and which platform they're going to be at. Stop and buy food since there is none on board. At the platform, the trains all stop in the same spot. There are labels on both the platform and the train as to which car is going to be in front of you. Before the train arrives, be sure to find the correct car and stand in the line waiting to enter the car. Destination, follow the crowd. The first thing you have to do is to leave the platform. You may go up or down depending upon if the tracks are on the ground, elevated, or below ground. Once you're down in the concourse area, and then you start looking for exits. This can be important because you may leave the station on the wrong side of your destination. Double back using the cross corridor, which can take 20 minutes. At Shinjuku, if you go out the west side, you're going to be near all the 5-star hotels and the Metropolitan Government Building, which has a free observation deck on the 45th floor. East Gate. Walk to the corner, you're going to see the famous 3D cat. Go down this street another 4 blocks and you'll see the Godzilla head rearing out of the Hotel Gracer Shinjuku. In town, there are excellent subways and local trains. All the lines are color-coded. Each stop has a number assigned to it. In Tokyo, the Yamamoto line is the main link traveling around the city. It's color-coded lime green. Trains and platforms and signage all help to keep you on the right train. There are two tracks, one going clockwise and counterclockwise. The local lines can also be color-coded for a local or an express train. In this example, the red train is the express with limited stops. Brown train is the local, stopping at every stop. You'll notice that there are vending machines everywhere. The products are excellent. Some of the machines will have a recycling bin next to them. Some do not. You can only recycle plastic bottles. There are no garbage cans anywhere. So once you buy garbage, it's yours for life. Take it with you. Coffee and soups can sometimes be heated. The water is chilled and cheap. A 170 yen bottle of water is only about $1.20. Even though I prepared by walking and bicycling, the first day was really tough on my legs and feet. Every train station and temple has stairs, both up and down. The first day was 18,000 steps, which is about 9 miles. On average, I walked 15,000 steps. One day I peaked at 19,000 steps, which is almost 10 miles. Even though I'd carefully picked good walking shoes with gel inserts, I still developed a really bad blister on my left foot. I specifically picked the middle of May. Our first day, the weather was rainy. It was overcast the rest of the week, and the clouds parted for us to see Mt. Fuji.